Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brad Rutherford, MLA for Leduc Beaumont, and we are here today to celebrate a major project that will support Alberta's recovery plan. It's a plan to build, to diversify, and to create jobs, and to help provide greater economic opportunities along Alberta's busiest trade and travel corridor. With us today, we have Premier Jason Kenney, the Transportation Minister, Minister Sawhney, members of Government and Capital Caucus, our chair is with us, MLA Turton, Leduc Mayor Bob Young and council members, Mayor Daniluk, the Mayor of Beaumont, Edmonton International Airport Vice President of Air Services and Commercial Development, Myron Keane, Leduc County Council members, and members of the Leduc, Nisku, and Wetaskiwin Regional Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to the members of the Edmonton Metropolitan Region Board. This major investment from Alberta's government will drive future growth in the city of Leduc, Leduc County, and the Edmonton International Airport, and across all of Alberta. To make this big announcement, I would like to welcome to the microphone the Premier of Alberta, the Honourable Jason Kenney.
Thank you very much, Brad, for the warm welcome on this beautiful Alberta day, and thank you for your incredibly hard work for the people of Leduc Beaumont. I'm so excited to be here today. This is a great day. Happy to be here together with MLA Rutherford, with Minister Sawhney, with Leduc's Mayor Bob Young, as well as Tom Ruth from Edmonton International Airport, and members of the Edmonton Metropolitan Regional Board, Leduc County, and the Leduc, Nisku, and Wetaskiwin Regional Chamber of Commerce. This, as I say, is a really great day for the entire Edmonton region economy, especially the community of Leduc, and it's a good day for Alberta's economy as well. It's another step forward in Alberta's tremendous economic recovery, with an important project that means that the city of Leduc, the international airport, and the capital region will be better prepared for the logistics as this becomes a major global hub for cargo and passengers for Alberta. Alberta's recovery plan is breathing new life into our economy, creating new opportunities for Albertans across the province. Just yesterday, I was at Lethbridge for the grand opening of the newly expanded and improved Lethbridge Airport, which is paving the way for a significant expansion of regular passenger service. Just a few weeks ago, I was in Red Deer for our announcement about an important infrastructure expansion of air service at the airport for central Alberta. But today's announcement is a big part of creating jobs and opportunity. Since we launched Alberta's recovery plan in June of 2020, we've been modernizing Alberta's infrastructure, building the architecture of our future economy, and creating jobs, including right here in this fast-growing community of Leduc, which is a big part of Alberta's transportation hub along the Calgary-Edmonton corridor, right beside the QE2 highway and Edmonton's International Airport. As Alberta continues to grow, especially while we're leading Canada in economic and job growth, roads will become more and more crowded, with more traffic resulting in longer wait times. I'm told that about 50,000 vehicles travel along this stretch of the QE2 highway every day. Industrial and commercial vehicles make up about 13% of that enormous traffic. And the overall volume of traffic has been rising by about 2% over recent years, per year, I should say. Now, this amounts to a growing challenge for families and businesses trying to get to work or to school. And gridlock drives up the cost of doing business and consumers, and it can also create safety hazards. It's not good for the environment either. That's why I am so pleased to be here today to announce that Alberta's government is investing $80 million to help ease traffic congestion, create jobs, and keep people and goods moving through this vital corridor. The city of Leduc is putting $12.5 million towards the project, bringing this to a total investment of $96 million, nearly $100 million project that will not only make life better for people in this area, but will help our whole provincial economy. I'd also like to acknowledge Edmonton International Airport's valuable contribution to the project. EIA, along with Leduc and Alberta's provincial government, contributed to the planning study and the detailed design that was required to get this done. So through Alberta's recovery plan, we're building a new overpass and new on and off ramps from the QE2, as well as intersection improvements at 65th Avenue and 50th Street in Leduc, on top of other work to modernize and improve, the roads in this area. Today's announcement brings big benefits for the whole region. The overpass will improve access to the airport and the retail and industrial developments around here. Commercial carriers will also have easier access to both the airport's cargo facilities and Edmonton's shipping networks. It'll make more travel options available by providing a new route to the west side of Leduc, reducing traffic through the city and along the QE2 at both Highway 39 and at Airport Road. So Alberta Health Services, STARS Air Ambulance, and the new Medivac base will have alternative routes to use in case Airport Road is jammed, and that means faster emergency times when they're needed. Alberta's recovery plan is making investments that'll grow this economy and set our province up for success and prosperity for generations to come. To do that, we know that we need to make announcements like this one today in Leduc to expand Alberta's highway system. While this project will mean, and this is great news, 470 new construction jobs, helping people get back to work when construction gets underway just this summer, it also makes a long-term improvement to the quality of life for folks relying on this key transportation corridor. I want to salute and thank MLA Brad Rutherford for his relentless work on this project and other local projects to improve the quality of life here. Brad has been championing this for the past 3 years. And Mayor Young, I recall, you may remember, I called you up in March of 2020, just when COVID was starting. And I said, you know, we all needed to work together because we were going to be facing a real storm in our economy here. And I asked what we could do together. And you identified this project as a key priority for Leduc. I didn't forget that. And it took time. You know how governments, they don't move overnight. But you did not relent, nor did MLA Rutherford, and I want to thank Minister Sawhney and her team for helping to get this project across the line. So, folks, with that great news, nearly $100 million infrastructure investment in this partnership between Leduc and Alberta to improve lives and to strengthen our economy, good news for this part of Alberta. And I'm going to invite Minister Sawhney to follow up.
Thank you, Premier. What a great day. It's wonderful to be here today with everybody. I would like to take a moment to thank MLA Rutherford for hosting today's announcement and to MLA and Capital Region Caucus Chair Cyril Turton for attending. And I do want to give them a round of applause again to thank for the advocacy and for hosting this announcement today. It's also great to see, as always, Leduc Mayor Bob Young. Good to see you again today, and many members of his council and city administration. Myron Keane from EIA is with us today as well. I'm pleased to welcome Leduc County Deputy Mayor Rick Smith, Jennifer Garries, who is the Executive Director of the Leduc, Nisku and Wetaskiwin Chamber of Commerce, along with Member Relations Manager Rusty Livingston, and Sharon Shuya, the Edmonton Metropolitan Region Board Director of Regional Growth Planning. Welcome to today's announcement. I thank them all for their tireless work and lobbying to make sure that this project gets moving. We have been talking about this for a while, and they've made it very clear to me personally as to how important this project is for the entire region. That's why I'm proud to be able to come here today to announce that we have committed the funding, and we will be working with the City of Leduc to improve transportation in this corridor. Anyone who lives in Leduc knows that this is a very, very busy region. I certainly do, with the number of trips I make between Edmonton and my home city of Calgary. This is the area where the Queen Elizabeth II Highway, the City of Leduc, Nisku businesses, and the Edmonton International Airport all converge. As the Premier had mentioned, almost 50,000 vehicles drive by here every day on the QE2. We aren't just building this for today, but for the future of this area. As you all know, this area sees significant commercial and industrial traffic coming from Edmonton, Nisku, and the airport. The area also includes several retail and commercial operations that have been built over the last few years, including the Premium Outlet Collection Mall, Costco, and Amazon's operations hub. And really, we are just scratching the surface of what is possible. Just ask the mayor and the folks at EIA what they envision for the future, and they will tell you incredible stories. That's why we are investing in this project and in this region. Construction will provide immediate benefits, and the long-term value of this important infrastructure will help open the doors to even more investment. That's what we want to see, more investment, economic activity, and jobs in the future. This new interchange will support enhanced trade from goods arriving and departing from the airport. This project will open up trade and economic growth and reduce traffic congestion. Projects like this are a perfect example of our work to get our economy back on track under Alberta's recovery plan. These investments in new infrastructure provide jobs, they promote economic recovery and diversification, and also, very, very importantly, improve safety on our highways. This is another critical investment by Alberta's government that will benefit Edmonton and the capital region's economic recovery. Now, as the Premier had mentioned, construction will begin this summer, and this $96 million project will take about 3 years to complete and support hundreds of jobs for Albertans. I also want to thank the City of Leduc for undertaking this project with us. And as you can probably see, I'm super excited for the work to get underway and to see boots on the ground very soon. I also want to thank my staff at Alberta Transportation, and our regional director is here, Michael Botros. He's spent a tremendous amount of time working on this project, so just wanted to give a big shout out. Thank you, and now I would like to introduce the Mayor of Leduc, Bob Young.
Well, this day has finally come. Every council that I've been a member of, this has been our #1 priority for our strategic plan since the early 2000s. So I really want to thank the Premier, Minister Sawhney, especially MLA Rutherford. He's sort of our partner in crime here. He's been tireless helping us get this project to the ground, and we're so happy about that. I also want to give a shout out to my council. I think that one of the reasons that we've been able to actually get spades in the ground starting this summer is because of the support and all the work that our council's done to get this project delivered. This is an essential infrastructure project. I'm really proud that the province is trusting us with the management of this project. I know that our engineering department is definitely up for the task. Today, our announcement signals a huge step forward for our region. The 65th Avenue interchange has been a top priority for the City of Leduc and our Edmonton Metropolitan Region Board partners over the last 5 years. This development will play a vital role in unlocking our region's full economic potential. As a critical connection between the airport and surrounding areas, this new bridge will support safety, ease of transportation, and tremendous economic development. We look forward to continuing to work on our valued partners to break ground on this significant investment. Thank you very much. And now I'll invite Myron Keane from EIA.
Well, it's a great afternoon, and it's a sunny afternoon, which is excellent. But I would like to start by just doing a traditional land acknowledgement, acknowledging that we're on traditional territory in which we gather. Treaty 6 is a gathering place and traveling route of the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Dakota Sioux. And I thoughtfully acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries, whose voices are so important in paving a path towards reconciliation. With that, I'd like to thank Premier Kenney, Minister Sawhney, MLA Rutherford, of course, a tireless champion for the region and the airport since the very first day, saying what do we need to do? What can we do to help drive economic development? Mayor Young and the council and all the other folks here, as well as MLA Turton. So when I look at the airport, today we're going to talk about the future. Behind us is a field, but we're standing at the end of the road looking into the future. It's been a challenging few years, but recovery is happening. Now we can refocus on our core mandate, being an economic engine for the Edmonton Metro region. That's what today is about, supporting Alberta's recovery plan to drive economic development, attract investment, and create jobs. The airport is a regional asset. We are here to connect people to places and for the movement of goods. The province allows us to create this connectivity by providing critical infrastructure. This interchange is about connectivity, not only to the airport, but to the region. It will service the City of Leduc, Leduc County, and the airport. We are proud to partner with the City of Leduc on the design. I'm proud that the City of Leduc has partnered with the province to provide this key piece of infrastructure. The complements the infrastructure already in place at the airport, creating improved access into the Airport City Sustainability Campus. It provides access to land for the City of Leduc, Leduc County, and the airport for development and creating jobs, which increases high-paying jobs and access for not only goods coming into Canada, but also providing outbound access for exports from our great producers within the Alberta region. Edmonton has a geographic and infrastructure advantage to attract investment and drive economic diversification. Today is about future and a vision. In the years to come, this part of the Airport City Sustainability Campus will look very different, as will the City of Leduc and Leduc County. I see a future of development, economic diversification, and growth. My apologies, with the wind, these pages like to fly absolutely everywhere. Pretty soon they're going to fly away, which would not be good at an airport because we don't want FOD. A future of jobs, activity, and more opportunities for Albertans. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The vision starts today with this announcement. With that, I'd like to thank Premier Kenney for this important commitment. And I'd like to hand back to MLA Rutherford.
Thank you so much to the Premier and Minister Sawhney for joining us, Mayor Young and the EIA Vice President Keane for helping us celebrate this important milestone, and all of our guests that have joined us to celebrate this. We are, of course, looking forward to construction this summer, and we cannot wait to see how this project will breathe new life into Alberta's economy and provide new opportunities for our region and for our province. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you to all of our speakers today. That concludes the formal speaking portion. We're going to start with any reporters in person who have questions. There's a media mic just next to the cameras there. Just please line up. We'll go with one question, one follow-up, and please direct who your question is directed to. Not seeing any on the floor. We'll go to the phones. Operator, can you please put through our first caller?
Brianna Carson-Smith, Global News.
Hi there. My question is for Mayor Young. Mayor, in an amended statement of claim that was filed this week, female staff named 9 high-ranking men who worked for Leduc Fire Services who they told their allegations of sexual harassment and assault to. Now, 7 of those men still work for the city in some capacity, including interim fire chief Bo Moore. I'm wondering, are you comfortable having 7 men in leadership positions who were allegedly told about sexual assaults and harassment and either did not escalate those claims or tried to discourage women from reporting those claims?
This just isn't the venue to be discussing this. You'll have to contact me at a later time. Thank you.
Respectfully, sir, I've asked your media people for an interview, and 9 times out of 10, I get a statement. So I'm wondering if the amendment changes, do anything to change how the city plans to respond.
Thank you for your question. That concludes our press conference.